Hi, this is Linda with CreativePLR.com. And sometimes we have paper. Now this is one of my papers that I created, and I really do like the paper. I like the colors, I like the design. But sometimes we get a paper, or we have a paper, even if we created it ourselves, and we want it to look a little bit different, tweak it a little bit. And so one way of doing that is to run it through a filter. Now, I use Photoshop a lot, so I have different filters and brushes and things that I could do to it. But this is kind of an easy one. This is called goart.photor, F-O-T-O-R.com, and I'll put the link in the description. And so you upload a picture, and then you have all of these filters. And so I think my favorite one, so here's a cartoon filter, and it's going to take whatever image that you upload, and it's going to tweak it just a little bit. Okay, so some of them take a little bit longer than others, but you get all these quotes by famous artists as you're waiting. And so that changed the colors. It made it a little more pink, a little bit more. It's a cartoon filter. I don't know if it looks cartoony. So I like that one. One of my favorite ones is the Color Life, where it has all of these pastel colors, and that gives a different look. And down here, you can move the intensity if you think like, well, that's a little overwhelming for me. I don't like it quite that pastel-y. You can move it down a little bit. And of course, you could always take it back to what it was before and anything in between. And if you find something you like, you can download. Now, nothing is perfect. And this is no exception. Let's see, where's the other one I like? Well, if you like Van Gogh, I like this Magic Cube a lot too. It just gives it kind of a, it looks like an overlay of, brightens the blues and the greens to it. And so if I bump up the intensity on that, you'll see it, the greens really are become lime green, and the colors, the background color is a little more vibrant. So I really like that. So you can download it. And here's one of the problems. Now, I have a pro account. It's only $40 a year. At least that's what it was last year. So I got it last year, and I'm still working off that year. If you have the free trial, or it's not even a trial, you could do this free and actually download a 720 by 720 pixel, but that's only a little over 2 inches because 300 dpi is it's pixels per inch. So if you divide that out, it's a little over 2 inches. Even this is not 12 by 12, which is what I sell my digital paper for. However, you could always pop this into something else if this works out to be 9.5 inches square. That would be plenty for the cover of a, like a planner or a journal. You could stretch it out slightly, and you could always resize this in PowerPoint, Photoshop, Affinity, one of those design. So you could just download this, and it does download. It takes a few seconds, and then you have all these images. So that's if you have digital paper. It also works with images, and you can see that I've been downloading quite a few because I couldn't decide which ones I really like. It also works with different types of images. Here's Van Gogh. Now, I love Van Gogh, but Van Gogh makes everything kind of moody and blue, and it did that as well. And if I dial down the intensity a little bit, I actually like it more because, while the blues here, I love blue. If I take it down just a little bit, it makes it, I think, prettier. So if you want to try an image instead of just a digital paper, overall design, you can go to, I've downloaded a Christmas scene, and this is what the scene looks like. And let's try our cartoon again and see what the cartoon looks like on this Christmas picture. It does look more like a drawing now than that original picture. Here was the original picture. Here is this, and I especially like the trees in the background, how they're chopped up. We'll scroll down to my favorite one. Well, here's the rich colored one, which looks like it adds a lot of reds. There's also a Christmas filter that, okay, so this one, it does add a lot of reds. I don't know that that's flattering. Here's my Color Life that I like with all the pastels, and we're going to see how this looks. And that, of course, doesn't appeal to me at all. You lose the whole fact that it's a scene. There is a Christmas filter down here somewhere. There's also called, I don't know how to pronounce this, Yulyo, Yukiyo, and this looks like it takes color out, and so it takes the blues out. So it makes it look more like a vintage, and this would be really pretty on the cover of a, I don't know, cover of a planner, or even just an image somewhere. And you could download this. Oh, it's 9.6 by almost by 6.5, and so you could use that for a cover. I actually really like that. Let's look for the Christmas filter, because there is one in here, and I saw it when I was looking for something else. There it is. And so it takes a regular picture and looks like it adds more greens, highlights the reds, and so we're going to see how it does on this Christmas scene that already had some reds and greens in it. And it makes it a lot more vibrant, and I actually like that too. Now, by reusing this on a cover, I would crop the image, and we could try the intensity, or we can try bumping it down, and I actually like that about, it looks like it's 66%. I would actually crop this and get rid of this on the side. So I like that. Okay, so I hope that you've gotten some ideas on things that you can change up the images you're already using, especially on PLR planners when you're using them straight from the box, and you want to repost them and sell them. You know, you could run that cover and maybe the inside page, the cover belongs to page, through a filter to change it up slightly so that your planner, even though you're not going to change it dramatically, your planner doesn't look like everybody else's planners. Okay, until next time, keep creating.